Panerai are known for their iconic dive watches, big, rather brutish and robust divers notably used by the Italian Navy. Early Panerai watches utilized Rolex movements in their big and distinct cases, but in the modern era of Panerai, the brand has looked further into movement development. Panerai are not particularly known for their mastery of the internals, more so the laurels of their external design, but while not largely associated with complex calibers, that does not mean Panerai don't have them. In fact, Panerai has explored high complications such as a tourbillon, or, looking at the watch we have here, perpetual calendars. With their Italian eye for design though, the Panerai Luminor Perpetual Calendar Platinumtech is not only stealth in its case expression, but also its complication. While this skews towards the more formal side of the spectrum for Panerai, ultimately this 40mm polished platinum watch is uncompromising in terms of its legendary sporty and utility-driven design. Unless you consider the 50-meter depth rating a sacrifice, but for a perpetual calendar, that is certainly a solid level of water resistance. Looking at its profile, and with the signature crown locking system, there are no immediate tells that this watch is a precious metal perpetual calendar, unless you use context clues to decipher the Italian text for perpetual calendar on the dial. And no, I'm not going to read that to you because I'll just sound like Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards. Marcus, don't you dare play that clip.
Arrivederci. 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 Arrivederci.
Even looking at the dial, with its clean and legible look that retains the utility-driven mindset of the collection's origins, you will only see the day, date, and a counter. Looking closer, yes, the central hands include the hours and minutes, but the third central hand is not the running seconds. It is actually an independently adjustable 12-hour GMT hand. Looking even closer, the subdial at 9 o'clock displays the running seconds, but it also has a day-night indication through a small 24-hour hand embedded within the counter. This compartmentalization of complication results in a very clean look that does not clutter the green sunburst dial, and to the uninitiated, gives no tell that this is a high comp watch. Conceived and crafted by Panerai, the P4100 movement within is exhibited behind the case back, offering a view of its microrotor and escapement within cutouts of the bridges which have been afforded ample real estate. These brushed surfaces, however, are put to use, embedded within indications displaying the month, year, and leap year. This ultimately allows the dial to have its clean layout. It is worth noting that the caliber offers 72 hours of power reserve, a weekend-proof duration you don't typically see for perpetual calendar movements. Perhaps a deep cut feature of the caliber, it also has a seconds reset mechanism where when the crown is pulled out to the time setting position, it will reset to 0, aiding in synchronization with the reference clock. And speaking of the crown, there are no correctors or pushers to adjust the perpetual calendar. Everything is intuitively operated through the crown alone. The Panerai Luminor Perpetual Calendar Platinumtech is offered on a brown alligator leather strap with a white gold pin buckle and is also bundled with a dark brown rubber strap as well. Should you wish to strap pack, the lug width is 24mm. So, who is this watch really for? As a platinum perpetual calendar, it is definitely not in everyone's budget. The Panerai Luminor Perpetual Calendar Platinumtech, which is a limited edition of 100 pieces, is really for the 100 ultimate Panerai fans, or Paneristas rather, who want to have a high complication that is packaged within the legendary Luminor framework in an uncompromising way. The only question I will leave you with is, do you wish all the indications were on the dial side? Is it kind of cheating that they're not for perpetual calendar? Or do you appreciate Panerai's strategy to keep it cleaner and more legible? Let me know in the comments below. The Panerai Luminor Perpetual Calendar Platinumtech is a limited edition of 100 pieces and is sold exclusively in Panerai boutiques. It is priced at 107,400 Australian dollars or 70,500 US dollars. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.